In South Africa, a new kind of killer is emerging from the shadows. They aren't strangers or career hitmen, they are family, friends, and those we trust the most. We are talking about the surge of insurance murder, the methodical, cold-blooded killing of loved ones for a cash payout. This isn't just crime, it's the ultimate betrayal, turning a simple policy designed for security into a weapon fueled by economic desperation. Tonight, we look into the case that shocked a nation, the calculated brutality of former Police Sergeant Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu and the urgent lessons we must learn to protect our own lives. This is the chilling story of Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu, the South African police sergeant who turned her badge into a license to kill. It's a tale of calculated betrayal, where family ties were severed for an obsession with money, debt, and the staggering sums paid out by insurance companies. Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu was a South African Police Service, SAPS, sergeant stationed at the Tembisa police station. Outwardly a respected officer, she was privately a desperate gambling addict consumed by debt. Her solution? A systematic campaign of murder for financial gain. Her strategy was simple and brutal. She would take out multiple life and funeral insurance policies on her relatives, often fraudulently and without their knowledge, listing herself as the sole beneficiary. She would then hire men to murder the victims, staging the deaths to look like accidents or robberies, ensuring a massive insurance payout. Ndlovu's killing spree began in March 2012. Her first victim was a cousin, witness Madola Homo. He was found dumped in Johannesburg with head injuries after being murdered on his way home from work. The state alleged she had hired a hitman. Ndlovu collected over 131,000 rand but reportedly didn't help the family with the funeral costs. The murders escalated in June 2013. Her sister, Audrey Ndlovu, was found poisoned and strangled in her rented room. Allegedly, Ndlovu had called insurance companies while posing as Audrey to list herself as the beneficiary. This single death brought her the largest payout, over 717,000 rand. Just 3 years later, in June 2016, her niece, Zanil Mota, was murdered. Mota was visiting Ndlovu and had been treated for minor injuries days earlier. She was later rushed to a medical center with fractured ribs and a damaged liver. Ndlovu allegedly cashed in nearly 120,000 rand, again reportedly providing no help for burial costs. Ndlovu's ruthlessness extended even to the father of her child. In October 2015, her live-in boyfriend, Yingwani Maurice Mabesa, died after being stabbed more than 80 times. His body was dumped near the Olifantsfontein police station, with none of his valuables taken, a clear sign that the motive was not robbery. Ndlovu fraudulently collected over 416,000 rand by listing herself as his spouse and beneficiary on multiple policies. The final 2 victims were her nephews. In April 2017, Maini Mashaba was murdered with major head injuries shortly after arranging to meet Ndlovu. His cell phone records placed them in the same location at the time of his death. Then, in January 2018, Brilliant Mashigo, Audrey's son, was murdered and dumped at a marketplace. Mashigo was allegedly killed after he discovered that Ndlovu had pocketed cash after his mother's death. Over 6 years, Ndlovu had collected more than 1.4 million rand, or 1.4 million, from the deaths of 6 loved ones. Ndlovu's connection to her alleged hitmen originated through her work. She first hired Njabulo Kunena, a man she'd once arrested, and his friend, Lokiwe Makais. In 2017, she allegedly hired them to kill her sister, Gladys, offering 15,000 rand, but the men took the 800 rand down payment and avoided her. In February 2018, she approached Mackay's to kill her elderly mother, Maria Mashwana. Mackay's took the 2,600 rand payment, but when he saw the 80-year-old woman's vulnerability, he left, unable to execute the hit. A month later, Ndlovu returned to Kunene with her most horrific plot yet. She wanted her sister, Joyce Ndlovu, and Joyce's 5 children, one as young as 5 months old, burned alive in their Bushbuckridge home. Disturbed by the heinous plan, Kunene went to the police. This set the stage for the crucial sting operation. Police sent Kunene back with an undercover officer posing as his accomplice. During the 5-hour drive from Johannesburg to Bushbuckridge, Ndlovu, who had checked herself into a hospital to create an alibi, secured a day pass and joined the hitmen. The entire exchange was secretly recorded. At a garage in Middelburg, Ndlovu calmly purchased 2 liters of petrol and handed it to the officer. The petrol was meant to ignite the flames. In the recording, she provided her motive: "You know I don't have money. You've seen that my car is on the brink of being repossessed. I don't have money." When asked if the children were covered by insurance, Ndlovu showed chilling nonchalance about the impending deaths. "It won't pay out for the children, only for the mother. But they cannot be left behind since they will be there too. You know that sparing them will mean leaving behind witnesses. So when a house burns down, everyone burns with it." Ndlovu was nabbed moments after pointing out her sister's house and going to the hospital to create an alibi. The trial received immense public attention, fueled by Ndlovu's often defiant and unapologetic demeanor in court. In October 2021, Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu was found guilty of 6 counts of murder, 4 counts of fraud, 7 counts of incitement to commit murder, including the plot to kill her sister and mother, 1 count of attempted murder of her mother, Maria Mashwana. She was sentenced to 6 concurrent life sentences for the murders, plus a total of 30 years for the fraud, incitement, and attempted murder charges. The former sergeant, whose career was built on upholding the law, now faces a minimum of 25 years behind bars for her calculated campaign of greed and murder. The story of Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu proves that for some, life and funeral policies have become more valuable than the lives they insure. This is a terrifying reality, but is one we cannot afford to ignore. Be vigilant. Guard your personal details. And most importantly, know who stands to gain from your death. Because in this fight against greed, your greatest defense is your awareness. Join us next time on Faces, as we continue to expose the uncomfortable truths of crime in South Africa. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, follow and subscribe.